Is still doing horse trading. It wants to have a stable government. So face the screen, face these red curtains. You should be able to see the resource person. Good morning to you all. Sorry for a little delay. And I will not take much time. Morning ritual of reading the newspaper, read a one-liner yesterday. It was a message from a father to a daughter. You all know the father, you all know the daughter also. I believe some movie has released. It's based on true life story, Razi, and the actress has done a very good job, a commendable job on it. Now, it was Mahesh Bhatt's message to his daughter. It says, "Dear Alia, proud of you. Keep going higher and higher and get addicted to getting better." With this sentence, get addicted to getting better. That's something which I thought we should start our day with this sentence. Why this day? In fact, we should start every day with this sentence, getting better. So, with this, I hand over the proceeding to Dr. Sasi Kumar. We met him in Chennai. He was a resource person for one of the workshops, and there and then a decision was taken that we are going to invite him to Kuwait, and today is our turn. He's been having a workshop for all the schools, Indian schools, all the teachers, and I hope that we have a great learning experience, and whatever we absorb today gets translated into our work. Dr. Sasi Kumar, on behalf of everybody, we extend a very warm welcome to you.
Namaste. Namaste. Large group. Good day. Right. My first visit to Kuwait. Yesterday I was in Indian Community School. She heard me we had 100 principals. I think this may be the best school facilities. She says, I must have told this everybody. This is going to be on YouTube. You can check what I do. Most dynamic principal. Is it dynamic sometime? Yes. Because I think in the principal conference 3 times or 4 times she jumped onto stage. And I was talking in between, she was there, right? Today I was picked up by Prashant. Prashant is not here. Taking a class. So we share same interest. He's a physics man, I'm a physics man. And he's from my same district. I'm from Kannur, Kerala. He's also from Kannur, Kerala. And immediately we have your person who served, took care of me well was chai and water, breakfast served by somebody. She's from my place, she's from Andhra Pradesh. I'm from Andhra. And your principal and few people are from Rajasthan. The most beautiful come from Rajasthan. Right? Yes. was real national integration. We had from Delhi, we had, no? South everywhere. I keep saying Sambar itself is a national integration. Because dal comes from somewhere, mirchi comes from somewhere. No? Everything comes from different places. I keep traveling to India. I worked in Delhi and Bangalore. How many of you know that Dr. T.P. Shishkumar is going to come today for the session? Everyone? Okay. How many of you have Googled my name and found something? Come here. Who also? Both. Somebody else there? Let me see which state, which category teachers are high-tech. Most of those schools have every facility, high-tech. But teachers don't change. They are the same.
He has worked for the Defense Department. He is a scientist. And I saw one of the videos of his lectures in Oman school, I think. And he was referring to a lot of movies. One of my favorites, Dead Poets Society. It's about teacher-student relationship. And I was just watching it for 10-15 minutes and hope to see more of it today. Thank you, sir.
Yes, in Dead Poet, I'm a live poet. Yeah. He said I am from defense. I'm not supposed to tell that I'm from defense because I'm from RAW. I can tell now because I left 10 years back.
Sir, I just saw your YouTube video and I saw that you were a motivational speaker and I was impressed by that. You are also a scientist. I'm from Agra, Uttar Pradesh.
UP is also very good.
Yeah, Agra is very close to, heart for many people, right? Dead and departed people. Memory of dead and departed is what is meant, right? And you from, sir? Where are you from? Tamil Nadu. Okay. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Ask.
Here we came so that we can improve our teaching because it's related to education and teaching and institutions.
What do you do in the class?
Communicate with the children.
Good. So, in the classroom, what do you do is communication, right? So, if you are a very good communicator, you are a good teacher. One aspect. All of you don't sit like this. Communication is taking notes. Yes. One of the habits all the teachers should have is their weapon is pen and paper. Otherwise, the whole workshop, any class which you attend will become useless. After some time, generally all the teachers starts with a pencil with an eraser. That means you know that you are keep writing, because when you write, communication becomes internal also along with external. It goes through your ears, it goes through the brain, and it starts giving instruction to your hands. So it passes through you. And my first impression to this school is one of the best, but is the most disturbing audience ever I had in my life. If anybody want to speak to your neighbor other than communicating to me, it's not affecting me, but will affect somebody else who is sitting beside who want to listen. So the best thing you want to, both can get out. Unfortunately, I told no, I was in row, but that's not defense, it's more of policing. So I was police. Allowed discipline. Communication will happen only when what is communication? What is communication? It's not somebody speaking. More important, that's why God has given 1 tongue but 2 ears. Listening is more important than communication.
Understanding and absorbing what is being said. And what communicator it is, whatever you want to say is understood by the receiver in the same sense.
It never happens. A perceiver perceives the way the perceiver wants to perceive and not the way the speaker wants the perceiver to perceive. Anything which I give is only a data. Right? So I am giving you data, the word data. Immediately the word data goes to your ears, goes to your brain. It picks up the meaning which you know what data is. But more than that, for some people they will say, oh, this man pronunciation. I'm a IGCS teacher. I was told data should be like this. Right? So you start comparing. You start comparing, you start judging, you start criticizing, you start what do? You do all analysis. So the data gets analyzed in you. Once it gets analyzed in you, it becomes information. The information could be, okay, this man is from this place, right? Right and wrongs, you make tables. All that is done because you start analyzing. And that analyzed data with your previous knowledge. That's why we call it perceive. No? What do you perceive is? Because you have some knowledge, you start comparing and you create a new one. Masala dosha. I told one word masala dosha. That's good enough. All of you are seeing masala dosha now. It's communication. So you hear, immediately your eye is able to see. It's not seeing outside, you are seeing internal. Where does it come from? It's not in your manas. Before I said masala dosha, you had the word only in you. But when I said masala dosha, immediately, where did it come from? It comes from the brain. No. You have confusion. Come here. Where is your mind? Mind is here. Yeah. You give a job to somebody, say, I don't mind doing it. Right? What is mind there? Your acceptance, rejection, right? Acceptance and rejection is not done from the brain. It is done from the, or is the heart? Your heart is in home. Again, in your mind. See, English is a very good language, which is one of the most stupid language, which cannot explain most of the things you want to express, because in English, mind, heart, everything we use it so confusing because we don't know. I'm a poet, so I've got a poetry. The poem which I wrote is me, Dr. TPS. No. The poet gets a heart attack. And then I am taken to hospital. And he says, I am going to open your heart for an open-hearted surgery. He said, don't open my heart because there are a lot of secrets inside. See, for us, heart is where we keep a lot of things, right? But for a biology teacher, what is heart? Where is your husband? In your heart. Okay, that is why you keep on pressing him like this, right? Squeeze him all the time. You are so happy. And when you get more tension, more squeezing, speed increases. And your breathing rate will change. And you will become almost like 40 times in a minute, so you behave like a dog. Because dog behaves like that. That's why don't bark like a dog. Want to say this? Yes or no? When you are in worry, when you are in curry, eat more curry. When you are in a hurry, when you are in worry, when you eat more curry, your breathing rate changes. Why worry increases, breathing rate changes? Adrenaline will improve, then you need a lot of oxygen, the chemical reaction changes, the biochemistry of your body changes, then immediately breathing has to become more. Right? So the heart is called equivalent to manas because we relate the heartbeat equivalent to the feelings. Got it? That is why we relate. But mind is the process of thoughts which happens. And when you have thoughts, automatically there will be a feeling attached to it. So these are all different things. Nobody can show you where is manas possible. So that's why I don't use heart, I don't use mind, I use only buddhi and manas. But where is manas? You cannot show. Does it work? All the indriyas are controlled by manas. Like a software in a computer which you cannot show, but it works. And all the time it works. And it has bugs sometimes. It has virus sometimes. And you need an antivirus. Everything is must. I'm a psychotherapist, so we learn. And I learned not from the Western, but I learned from Western for a degree, but my learning of psychology is from Eastern. The first psychic patient was Lord Rama, because he passed his +1, +2 from Delhi Public School. You know Rama, right? Sita's husband. And after +1, +2, he started saying, my father is a fool. My teachers know much better than my father. That's what every student says at the end. And who was his father? Dasharatha. It shows he has got 10. Which car? The richest car. Those days, Ratha was the richest car. So anybody who has got 10 cars are Dasharathas. And such children will say, father is a fool. So immediately he was admitted to a psychotherapy hospital, and then Dr. Vasishta was there. His PhD is in psychology. And he started treating. The best sloka in that is Purne Manasi Sampurnam Jagat Sarvam Sudatra Vaihi Upana Guda Padasya Nanu Charmas Trudaiva Guhu. Anything you understood? Very good. We are all from India, so we don't understand all this. Yeah, that's Sanskrit. We understand that Sanskrit. Very good. The essence is, I will come to this place and give lecture only when, from the place when I get down, wherever I walk, I want a leather carpet. If I ask for leather carpet, wherever I go, what I want? Leather carpet. Then what this wise lady will tell? Wear leather shoes if you are wise. So wherever I go, I want happiness. What should I do? Carry happiness. So what is manas? Manas is that which carries what you want before you reach there. You want to go somewhere, what goes first? Manas goes there first, right? So what is communication? Communication is where the manas takes you. You are ready for something to accept. The preparation. So the first communication is your manas to you. what is this you and what is your manas. There is a difference between now. Manas, we told what is buddhi, where these items are kept. So we pick it up, get ready. We know somebody is going to talk to us. When the phone rings, we know somebody is going to talk to us. That's a preparation. Right? And assume your earlier ring was from somebody who had got some trouble for you in your life. Next ring comes, automatically you will get ready. Yeah, anything, I don't mind. Right? You know, morning when the ring comes, you know this is the person who calls me every day. So immediately you prepare. So sometimes the preparation becomes correct, sometimes it becomes wrong. When you get the smell of mirchi bhaji, immediately that time you will get ready. That's communication, internal communication. Then when you have it, you will say, very good. So external communication comes later. So communication is more important. Now my question is, when you communicate in your classroom, your children are ready with this smell? Are they ready with what's going to be here? Do they prepare? All that preparation is your internal communication. If internal communication is perfect, external communication becomes good. And then, because of internal communication, you also do some homework. But do you do, or you make your children to do it? Do you have that habit so that your children also will have that habit? Do you watch movies in cinema theatre? Do you go for a cinema without a preparation? What do you do? Hitchki movie? Yeah, you learn all the background before that. Who is the actor? Where is it shooted? What is the theme? Which are the songs there? All that you do, right? Yes or no? But when you came for this class, you know who is the actor? You know what is the story? What is he going to tell? Doesn't care, because every year some buffalo will come. And this is a routine thing which happens, such training programs will happen, but there is a difference. All these people decided to declare holiday to children. Very rarely it happens, right? First day. Yeah, the other day I told, I repeat. When somebody from the palace dies, you may get 1 day or 2 days or 3 days holidays. But when Dr. TPS came to Kuwait, 14 days holidays for different schools, different days. Good, no? Every day some other schools getting. Yesterday some association people came and then said, today you are in TPS? How do you know my schedule? Yeah, my friend told that no, his son has got holiday. The other day you were in Bhavets, he said they know my schedule. Very good, no? Why? They have done a preparation, they decided this is how it is to be, and there was discussions, everything happened. But you did not prepare. That is why your children also don't prepare. Many students come to me to say that no, they don't have concentration, I am not able to attend, I don't understand. You know, when they look at it, they say, the teacher's hairstyle is very good. What a great smile. And I don't know why she is not wearing burqa. With the burqa, she would have been very good. The other lady, she wears burqa. If she removes burqa, all this thought process happens inside, right? Yes or no? And you know they are doing all this because you did it in your classrooms when you were children. We all did it, right? And that's why I call all the teachers common name, beggars. You keep begging, please listen to me, please look at me, your attention please. Don't you do this? I'm sure this is most common. Out of 40 children, they'll be in their own world. It's very difficult. But in your B.Ed, you must have learned Nani's principle where you have got to grab the attention of children. How do you grab the attention of children? How do you grab the attention of children? this 40 children? How do you grab this 300 children? I had Anandapur, who was from Anandapur? Yeah, your lady who served us, she's from Anandapur. I had 3,400 children in a class. I had 100 children who are all BTech students, who are my students in Hyderabad. They are from Anandapur. I told them you arrange a program. So they all went to their own schools. Right? 100 children to different schools. They collected children from different schools. It became 3,400. They had to arrange in the Arts and Science College ground. How to attempt 10th class without fear was my topic. So morning 9 o'clock we started, we give interval finished. It will take that much time for making them in. So continued up to 2 o'clock without a break. How do you grab attention of such people? Eye-to-eye contact and all will not work. We have a lot of communication happens, or the effective communication happens only when, correct? It doesn't. What do we do? Ask all of them to make notes. Whatever I speak, write down. First instruction. Your students, they have to listen to you. Listening is the first part of communication. You know, if you have to write, you have to listen. That is why I said communication starts with the writing. Take notes. And then after half an hour, I will come and then ask you, show me your notes. Tell me 10 points which you got. Tell me the Purne. No. Purne.
The slogan you are asking?
Then what? See, I may be very fast because I am not talking more than 70 or 60 or 50 words per minute. Your ears can process more than 150 words per minute. That's how we have been created. If you are not mentally, got it? The stable people can process 150, but you are not practiced. All your children after 11th and 12th goes to graduation, the toughest exam in the world, they write civil service. And all the syllabus what you teach is being asked in prelims exam, up to 10th class maths, physics, chemistry, biology, but main also it is asked. But the evaluation, the first paper is on the presence of mind, logical reasoning, analytical ability. Because when the minister gives an instruction, you cannot tell him, sir, slowly you speak. And once again, please, nothing will work. If there is a paper reporter here who has got little interest in telling, they are the best communicators. They will grab the whole thing and make a wonderful report for tomorrow. From politicians to the scientists to any category of people speak. Don't you see? Nice. I started my profession in press. I was in Times of India, that's why I started. It's a part of our life. But we have been, you know why teachers and students need repetition? Because that is how we train them. What do? We tell once, 2 times, 3 times. The communication is worst when you repeat. And why? Because the listener, I told you, what is that? Communication is listener prepares. What is the preparation? Oh, this teacher, 3 times she speaks. So first and second, let me skip. Third one, I will listen. They prepare themselves. I told you the whole thing is preparation. So first and second is waste, but there will be one student. You know what they will do? The first I will listen, second and third, I will sleep. Because no good students need. You understood? You have to. I did not complete. Did I complete? First and second student, and I left free. Why? Because I allowed you to make it yourself. That is communication. Not speaking is communication than speaking. I am a meditation master from Himalayas. I am my guru, Swami Rama. His disciple, Swami Vedavara is my guru. He teaches only one thing, silence. There are people who goes to meet him and then he will say, keep silent for 2 days. You can come day after tomorrow. He will not tell, his secretary will tell. 3 days after when they go, they will, in between somewhere, everywhere camera is there to watch. You can communicate, but write and give. When you write and give, your communication will become 0.1%. That's it. Absolute necessary things only will speak. Practice it one day. The whole school can decide today is silence day. I'll tell you, without speaking, you go and write on the board, the student's attention will become double. Because 2 times you are not going to write, right? Yes? And soon after writing, will you not rub it off? So they have to take it out. And ask them, show me what did you write. So sometimes speaking, you take it for granted. Anyway, this sloka is not at all important for me. Because it's not going to affect me, right? What is going to affect in your life? Nothing other than salary. Other than money, what is going to affect? Happiness. Where do you get happiness from?
As you said, you have to carry it.
What is that? What is that? What is that which caters to you? What is your interest ultimately?
Still have
Which
to
makes you happiness? Or which gives you happiness?
things like which I like to do.
You do what you want. I'm going to the core.
Still have to work on it, I feel.
Assume, at least if you are atheist also, sometime you will pray and God appears in front of you and asks what you want, what you will ask.
Whatever we are doing, we should be satisfied with that. That gives us happiness.
And my blessing or any God will bless you. And I give only one blessing which says, let you be never get satisfied in your life. The time you get satisfied, your development stops. Never ever ask for satisfaction. End of life. No, don't get satisfied. I am not satisfied with my way of communication. I am not satisfied with the knowledge which I have. I am not satisfied with the money I have. Otherwise, the whole world will not develop. The economics, the commerce, the whole social sciences, the politics. Alexander was never satisfied. Right? Who? His contemporary in India was Kaudilya. He was never satisfied. Never gets satisfied. Who is satisfied with the money which he gets? Are you satisfied? No. Never get satisfied. But be happy. You understood the difference? I am happy but not satisfied. Who decides? Again, Manas. I am not satisfied with many things in this world. Madam said India is very good. It's not at all clean. India is very good but not clean. Correct? A house has to be neat enough to be happy, but untidy enough to be more happier. Correct or not? When we go to some places, you will see some nice sofa, cushion, they will put it diagonal. You see this, the arrangement? When I go there, I am really scared because when I get up, I will see it is kept like this. Otherwise, the neat people know. If I don't keep it back, she will say, what an uncultured man, yeah. And for some wife, all the bed has to be with, no wrinkle here, yeah. Why are you getting married if you don't want to make wrinkles on your bed sheets, yeah? Life is L-I-F-E. Most of my books titled with life. Life of love, life is to live, life reflections, rhythm of life. Because I love L-I-F-E. What is life? Live in full enjoyment. What is life? Unless you write. See, teachers generally take note and dictation is given. Because when you speak, nothing is there. It's all useless. Anyway, you know, because the notes will come at the end. Why can't you finish with the note and don't say anything if that is more important? Take down and take notes and get back home, make notes. Difficult life, no? We were enjoying. We thought, no, we will enjoy like this in the workshop. This man came. What is life for teachers and students? Learn in full enjoyment. What is life? Learn in full enjoyment. And senior teachers will ask, you write, juniors, you give me the note later. We'll get a report from teachers later. I don't have to write. What happens in classroom with the communication? Learn. What will happen? L-E-A-R-N. Is that the spelling here? In India, when we drive, we need an L board. Once you finish learning, what we'll do? Remove the L board, right? Remove L from what you wrote. So why are you learning? To earn later. Therefore, what is life? Learning is an investment for future earning. Don't think that no, you can Google all this. You cannot. Maybe if at all you Google, it will reach my website only. The patent is mine. Learning is an investment for future earning. Learn more. So classroom is not a place communication happens. It's a place where learning happens. And to learn, first thing what you should not have is satisfaction. If you are satisfied, this is enough. My history class, I know what is history. Because it never changes, right? Geography, India never changed its geography. It changed, same geography, no? It's good enough. Geography, no? Your subject. But that's all again from inside only, right? Commerce keep on changing. Climate keep on changing. We learn geography, right? Your subject is geography. Biology, what is changing? Nothing is changing. Chemistry, no, that all that what you teach is what your grandfather learned or great grandfather learned. What is there to change? What is the creativity? What I don't know. Everything I know, yeah. Same thing. That is why I am a teacher, right? Correct? There is something to learn. Maybe higher classes, lower class, KG teachers. You are a KG teacher? You are also KG, yeah. In charge, no? Yeah. She is in charge.
Oh, Johnny.
Who wrote this? See, when I write a poem, and if somebody is going to, and you say that who, I don't know who wrote. You need not know because your children need not know. That's what you think. Then what is the difference between you and your children? You understood? Twinkle, twinkle. Little? 100%. What is the picture? How do you show this to children? Show it. Tingle, tingle. What action? Who said? Tingle, tingle. Star or star? Then why are you showing? Why don't you show tingle, tingle, little star like this with the two hands? Why do you show? Is it stars or star? In your textbook, there is only one star picture or many pictures? Then why this star? Why not stars? What he has written? How do you know he has written? Whether that's why I asked you who has written, ask him. Otherwise, change the book, put only one star there. Tomorrow onwards, tingle, tingle, not two words. You understood now? There is something to ask. Madam told, don't ask why. Why not? Why not? I keep saying WWWWH should be good teachers first starting. Why? When? Where? How? Who? Ask a lot of questions. See, most of the teachers get confused. Tingle, tingle, little star or stars? Yeah, he is right. There's something wrong, right? Where are you from? Chennai. Tingle, tingle, little star. Tamil episode. Not like that. Literally. Minnum, minnum, tarakame. That's in Malayalam. Mirsu, mirsu, nachatramlu. That's in Telugu. Tamil episode. I know, but I don't because you are there in Tamil. See, have you ever thought about this? Do you know how to become creative teacher? Understood? This is how you should become creative. London Bridges? Falling down? If something is falling down, after some time what should happen? Should have fallen down, right? For last so many years it is falling down, still it is not fallen down. What a London Bridge is this, yeah? It is falling down for so many years. Correct or not? Yes? Where is London Bridge?
Yes, of course it has a history. That is why it was written. That time there was a plague and it caught fire. It was wooden at that time, and after that incident, this was written.
Okay, now where is London?
It's the Tower Bridge in London, I think so.
You are wrong. It's in Cincinnati, USA now. When that was falling down, when it was old, the wooden bridge, they decided to reconstruct it. Then they heard that there is a London Bridge falling down. Rhyme which is written, that will become a big question to many people. How can this London Bridge fall down? So they want to reconstruct the same London Bridge and find out now the rest what happened and how it reached in USA. It was purchased, transported, rebuilt in America. You understood now? All of you raise your hands. How many of you knew this? I asked only one or two questions. How many of you knew this? All of you raise your hands. Am I talking some other language? Lift your hands up. Full. She doesn't, because I am not paying you, right? You don't report to me. Lift full, not like this, half full. Take it on your head. Abba, my life is useless. See, your teachers, first quality of a teacher is to be a learner. Keep asking all the time. Never ever get satisfied. Never ever get satisfied in your life. Are you satisfied? No, there are only few gentlemen there. One there. That's it. But most of you are ladies. So teaching is ladies' profession. That's what she said. It's our profession, ladies' profession. And I am one exception.
Exceptions are
Always. Are you all happy with your spouse, wife, husband? Never get satisfied. First. After 2 years, you will say, I will show you my real face. Don't you do this? When you get angry, you show your real face, right? Have you shown your real face? Before marriage, when he came to see you, you on the face, right? With all the makeup. If now they look at you, are you the same whom I saw 5 years back, 10 years back? Do they look at your face when you serve food? Or the food? Oh, that's correct. They serve you food. Very good. When they serve you food, you look at their face or the food? If anybody has to look at the face of the person who serves you food, the food has to be the worst food. Add more salt, more mirchi, something like that, then they will, they say, yeah, I want you to look at me. That's why I added this. If you are not satisfied, what you should do? Change. Correct or not? And if that change doesn't happen, change the husband. That's why they are called husband. This is getting recorded. If I put this and see that this lady is so happily smiling, husband will ask, when I made a joke, you didn't laugh like this. Everybody wants their spouse to be smart, but don't become too smart. Now you are smartest only in the house, not outside. Right? Husband. What is wife? What is wife?
Worry is invited forever.
Worry invited forever. But if they give you a lot of money, wealth in full enjoyment. I'll tell you, a house or a class, anywhere, if you cannot make somebody else happy, only very serious thing in life, after some time it becomes boring. Right? Sustained communication is possible only when you have happiness. So what do you want ultimately in your life? Happiness. What gives you happiness? More money? Arjite dukkham, veye dukkham, dhanam sarvatra dukkham. Keeping money is also a problem. Correct? Especially all the Gulf people staying in Gulf from different country. The biggest problem is the feeling because your house is not yours. You are staying in a lodge, in a hotel. I am sure you are staying in a hotel, and when you go out, what do? Carry everything with you because you don't know whether it is safe there or not, right? All of the people who are staying outside India has got an insecurity feeling. You don't know. I only know Kuwait from the Airlift movie. May not be that true, but I love movies. He said, Dead Poets Society, Stand and Deliver, Serve with Love. What of movies are there? You must all keep watching movies. No, don't watch movies. What you should do? Study movies. When you go for movie, also take a pen and paper, start writing. A lot of things which you don't know. And you think that, oh, I can see this in Google later, but you don't remember what is to be seen, no? Correct or not? How was the class? very good. What did he say? So many things. What? Great things he said. What? It was all interesting. What did he say? That I don't know. Correct or not? Will it not happen? It will not happen if you write down. Keep on writing anything. Now I told 5, 6, 7 movie names, right? Which are the movies?
Airlift. Airlift.
Yeah, then. You understood, no? Which are the must-watch movies for teachers? That's what I said. Dead Poet Society, Sir with Love. See, let him go and tell, and then all that finished. No, I am not going to see all these movies. Yesterday I asked somebody, you must see Hitchcock. No, I am a Tamilian. So what? Yeah. I don't understand Hindi. Okay, if you don't understand, see that 10 times. If you understand, see once. That's it. That's all the difference. If you don't understand what you should do, repeat. Right. Otherwise, the whole class is useless, I am telling. Keep on writing. If a marketing person attend classes, you know what do? They keep on writing because he has to use what he learned somewhere else. A business person, they keep on writing. Keep writing. These are all must. I want this information, but I don't want to hear it and then miss. Anyway, you decided to be here. So when you are here, be fully here. Communication becomes better, understanding becomes better. You will get satisfied when you write it because you can tell somebody else this is what happened. So when I say movie name, you may not be able to write Sir with Loveful, but at least write Sir, no? What is it? Purne Manasi Sampurnam. Purne, full. Manasi, Manas. Sampurnam. Sam is always beautiful. It will become beautifully full. Jagat Sarvam Sudhadravaihi. Jagat is the whole world. The whole world also will become like that. When Upana Guda Padasya, how? As my Padam, my feet is covered with a leather carpet. Wherever I walk, leather will become my carpet. Purne Manasi Sampurnam Jagat Sarvam Sudhadravaihi Upana Guda Padasya Nanu Charma Strudaiva Bhuvu. The whole world has got a leather charmam. Charmam is skin. It looks like the whole world has got a leather. So, what a beautiful. If may not understand or you have to tell this to somebody else, write Purne Manasi. The rest you can Google. But if you don't write this, finished. Keep writing. Okay, you communicate in the class. It's good enough for communication. What else you do in the class? What do you do in the class? One is communication. Good. So you started, I took some time on that. Now tell me, what do you do? What? Interaction. What is interaction? Yeah, it is not a one-way process. Understand what they want. It's socializing. A teacher has to become, interaction means you have to be social. I could have stayed there and then spoke, but I came here. This is interaction. Class should be active, interactive, not active alone. It should be interactive and interactive. What is interactive? Speak to somebody else. Interaction is with the resource person. When you do it with yourself, it becomes interactive. It has to be interactive and interactive, and for which you have to be active. Wonderful. Good. Where are you?
You
UP. Yeah, that is why all UP people are good. Because they are Uttar Pradesh. They are Uttar Pradesh. Where are you?
West Bengal.
West Bengal. Eh? Why? For some people it's only Madhya Pradesh. They think only about the food. I want food, I want food, I want food.
I am also from Uttar Pradesh. You stay there, you will realize it is Ulta Pradesh.
No, it is not. I was also in Meerut. I used to go to the best schools. No. Everything has to be ulta, then only it will become good sometime. Right? Bhagavad Gita 15th chapter. I think there is a sloka which talks about the people tree which has got roots in the sky and it falls down. It's a beautiful concept. Urdhamula Matashyakam. It's called Urdhamula, which I don't understand. Write it down. It's a great picture. You'll go to Tirupati, you will see some walls where this picture is drawn. It's having a great concept. How to draw things from the top. This is your Uttar Pradesh. All the war happened in the Kshatriyas, and this is Madhya Pradesh. And Kerala, Shudras. Always enjoy. What? Either spirit or spirituality. Both. Good. Here somebody. Yeah. What happens in the classroom? Communication happens, interaction happens. Then arouse curiosity. Provided you know the second alphabet in your mother tongue. For every question, curious people will ask a lot of questions. How do you answer? How do you answer questions which you don't understand? Or you don't know the meaning? Or you don't know the answer? What do you do? What is the first feeling you have? Second alphabet in our mother tongue. What is that? See, you should get a lot of questions from your children where the answer is That's how it should be. You know, a dog will never look at the sky and ask a question. Why there is thunder and lightning? Do you think they will ask? What is the difference between a human being and animal? Speech. Their frequency, their sound is much better. Brain. They have best brain than you. They also think much better. A dog will think whether to bark or not to bark. They recognize people much better than human beings. You may mistake. They will never mistake. You keep a flower which is plastic. You will never see a bee or a butterfly coming and then, because they don't even have to think, they know this is not good. But for you, you will have to smell it, you will have to fire it to see whether it is plastic or not, whether it is artificial or original. A best tomato which you have is Bangalore tomato. Beautiful. Bangalore is beautiful. But no taste inside. Therefore, no ant will go inside. You will never see. We have seen the beautiful. Earlier, we never had a tomato without a black. That is very good because it has taste. Every ant will go and eat. Every worm will go inside. But here there are, even ant will not eat and only we will eat. That is called genetically modified. The great service by the biology people. GM foods. Genetically modified. Avalu you have that mustard. Earlier when you put it, it will think whether to burst or not. Because there is nothing inside to burst. And many of the genetically modified people are also like that. They look so beautiful, no taste inside. Got it what I was trying to say? What is that? What is the difference between human being and animal? Reasoning. That's what I said. They know whether this is reasoning power is this, whether it is original flower or not original. That's called the Viveka Buddhi, Vivechana Buddhi. They have more Viveka Buddhi, more Vivechana Buddhi. Come on. What is the difference? They can express openly. You know the frequency in which eagle, fish, a calf will never go and drink milk from any other cow other than its own mother. But human being, wherever breast is there, we take milk and drink. Only difference is no animal will teach, no animals will sit like this and take note. Education is the only difference, where other animals will learn from seeing what their parents are doing, elders are doing, practically. What we do, we don't have to have practical knowledge. And to get that knowledge, the first quality is what he told, Prashant told, what is? Why is it happening? How is it happening? Where is it happening? When is it happening? And when is it happening? If you can answer, it becomes history. If you cannot, then we categorize it as mystery. We will find it later. You understood? So we reserve something to learn. No animals will reserve something to learn. Ahara, food. Animal also eats, we also eat. Nidra, animal also have got sleep, we also have sleep. Bhayam, animal have, we also have. Maithunam, sex, we also have, animal also have. Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithunani, Samani, Chaitani. It is equal. For whom? Nara, human being, Pashu is animal. Both it is same. Once upon a time when this was written. But today, Aharam. Food is over. So one more sweet, sir. Let me see whether that also I can take anyway. Right? Don't we eat more than what we want? We are tempted, right? The other day I was there with somebody who is a good singer. So he said, ice cream take. I said, no, because every day I have to teach like this. 6 hours, 7 hours standing, continuous. So if this goes wrong, finished. I record all this because one day, if it doesn't work, I want to see that and enjoy. One day I went to DPS and this was there. And it was a good one. So that makes me happy or sad, I don't know. It depends on me. We don't know when it will stop. So I said, I don't want to take this. Sir, I am a singer. As soon as I take, I take one glass of water, hot water, warm water, then some salt I will put. All these troubles can be stopped if you are not tempted, right? I said, I am not that interested in ice cream because it's all full non-veg. I am a vegetarian. So, you are tempted for food. No animal, once it finishes its food, you give one more, best chicken. The dog will kick like this. Doesn't want, finished. Nidra. Have you seen? Dogs in the morning when they get up, they right? Here at 60 years, one guru says, we will teach you breathing. Yeah, 1,000 rupees, 1,000 combined at 1,500 rupees. And the teacher takes 500, 1,000 goes to Guruji. And he makes a lot of big ashram. What is the teaching? And what he will say? Take oxygen inside. Is it an equipment where from the air oxygen can be filtered inside or what? I met the Swamiji once and I asked, why are you saying oxygen inside? Are we not taking oxygen? That's what we learned. That's why you became a Swamiji. Otherwise you could have been a professor of chemistry, no? Environment science. What do you breathe out? Carbon dioxide. What is this equipment? Yeah, take oxygen, make carbon dioxide, then put a filter, you can get something out. No? He doesn't know it's air. There was one politician who was speaking, the whole world is polluted. Carbon dioxide is increasing. I asked him, how much percentage carbon dioxide? Some 20-30% should be there, no? I told him 0.04. Oh, only this much is there, and why these people are creating. And he was a member to go to different country to learn global warming. And some Swamijis will take oxygen inside, hold it. Hold it. My guru taught me, anything is not yours, don't keep it with you. Leave it. And after some time, hold it for some time. See, I also used to teach like this because I never knew this in my earlier time. So when I learned my yogasana when I was a graduate student, when I went to Hyderabad, I had few children. There I learned. I asked them, hold it. They hold. Sorry sir. I said, don't worry. Leave it whenever you cannot hold. That's very good. Leave it whenever you cannot hold. Why do you hold it? Why? When you hold, the whole oxygen content 20% reduces and becomes 16%, 0.04% carbon dioxide will become 4.04% when it goes inside your body because your body is fully polluted. And what are you holding? Not oxygen. More carbon dioxide in the air. With the carbon dioxide when you hold, it is much better than taking opium or maybe the best drink. You get nice chakra. All tinkling stars will come. Nursery rhymes comes like that. And then the guru will tell, yeah, you got spirituality. And you think this is spirituality? And that way that any spirit can give you spirituality like this. See, this is because you don't understand. We think that we don't know many things to live. And there are highly ritualistic people, no? Nobody prescribed this. The prescription is cross your legs, hold it like this, catch the elbow to the ground. Physical education teachers are here. When I go to Northeast and all for physical education teachers training, I tell them, come here, do this. Sir, no sir. We'll only make our children to do. We never do this. You know what does it say? It is to be done only in front of Ganesha. It says if you don't do this, you will become like me. That's what Ganesha says. The best physical fitness is this. And earlier when you don't know mathematics, we are all in our childhood, you got punishment. The punishment is do this. So when you touch your ground, now most of the time your head goes up and down, you will become physically fit. When you are physically fit, you are emotionally balanced. Therefore your brain will start working. That's it. The punishments are given to make you fit. Got it? Mitam bhuktva, eat minimum. Shatam japtva. Pakashatam shanai, walk slowly. Vama bhage shainasya, turn left and sleep. Visha gimgam prayojanam, you will never repair a doctor in your life. So, what is the difference between human being and animal? Ahara, nidra. Oh, what a beautiful season. Correct? Too hot outside? You're all happy? You have AC? Morning, as soon as you wake up, what do you do? Yeah, she's good. I ask young children, what do you do as soon as you wake up? You go back to sleep. No animal as it wakes up goes back to sleep. It gets up. And all of us want to do that with full energy, but the fluid mechanics which I learned, my PhD is in fluid mechanics, biomedical engineering, which says our blood is highly non-Newtonian. Newtonian is, as you pour it falls down, right? Non-Newtonian is, you take one bottle of ghee, pour it, it will think whether to flow or not. No, this is physics. It has got its own memory. Water is not like that. You pour it, it goes, right? You pour water here, you can rub it and it becomes clean. But you pour oil, why? Because it has a memory. I am staying here, every bit of ghee will not go. Let me stay here. You go. I am not going to go from here. So because it has a memory. Blood is like a non-Newtonian fluid. Therefore, when you stand, the whole blood will not go down. Capillary motion is there. Oil is also like that. When you put a pipe, oil comes out. You don't have to pump it from bottom. Got it? So blood is like that, non-Newtonian. So all of us, when you are lying down, the flow is horizontal. So from there to get up, that's not our problem. Now if somebody is not getting up, we can give this as explanation. So it's our basic character. That is why traditionally we were asked, don't jump and stand up, sit for some time. How much time? One sloka time. And that time there is a sloka given. Karagre vasate Lakshmi, Karamadhe Saraswati, Karamule Stida Gauri, Prabhade Karadarshanam. Why? This is the best motivation. No motivational lecture is required. It is traditionally everybody motivates themselves, inspire, aspire themselves. What is that it says? Karagre vasate Lakshmi. My money is in my hand, not in somebody's hand. This is money. Karagre vasate Lakshmi. Lakshmi means money. Correct? My money is in my hand. Why? Teaching is not at all a good profession. Nurses, 4 times higher salary. Why couldn't you become nurse? No, me. Whose hand is that? It is in your hand. Correct or not? Senior teachers are paid more. Now, who asked you to be in KG? Your children pass from KG to PG, but you continue to be in KG. Now promotion. Why? You write exam, pass. Karagre vasate Lakshmi. To get more Lakshmi, her cousin sister has to be with you. Saraswati. And to get Saraswati with you, you need her husband. Saraswati will not go without husband. So what is husband's job? Creativity. Brahma is God of creativity. Your manas, Hridaya, Guhara, Madhye, Kevalam, Brahma Matram. Inside your manas there is a Hridaya and there is a Brahma which keeps on asking why, where, when, how. That's how we become a researcher. So if you have that question, answer will come. So question is by husband, answer is given by wife. Lakshmi, money. Wherever Lakshmi is there, action will come. You want to do action, what is the first thing? Money. So action is Vishnu, Lakshmi is, you want to sleep peacefully for meditation, Lord Shiva. If you want to have peacefulness, you should be diseased or eased. What is easiness? Health. Who is Shakti? His wife. What a great combination, husband and wife combination. So is it not a great logic? So what is to be done? Sit there, think about this. Karagre vasate Lakshmi, my money is in my hand. Karamadhye Saraswati, my education is in my hand. Shakti, Karamule Stita Gauri. If all the three is there, you become the best. So what is that? You will ask God. I want money, I want knowledge, I want health. If 3 things are there, you get happiness. Without these 3 things, if you are happy, there are such people. They are called mad fellows. Right? So, sleep, then what? Food, then what is equal? Fear. All of us have got, animal also have. Then sex. We have fear, animal also have fear. But we have more fear than animal. Why? If there is traffic jam, you are tensed. And if there is no traffic jam, you will think, why there is no traffic jam? That's another thing. Now, in India, when you are driving, the road is full clean. You will be more feared. Because either Band or Harthal. You don't know where stone comes from, right? Sometimes you got it. So all the time this keeps happening. Sex. Animals are thinking of sex only when it meets its pair. But here, all your class No students? What do happen? Earlier teenage was from 13 to 19, was teen. But here, 7 years, 8 years, they'll become teens. Recently I asked one 9th class girl, your boyfriend? No, I had 2, I left. Now I'm searching for somebody else. It's all like that. It's like earlier queens used to have. What is that process called? Getting a husband? Swayamvar. This is there now also. They will ask 2 boys to fight each other and they'll find out who is strong. I was in an engineering college, management professor and then executive director. Most of the time there is a fight. Ultimately we find it's all because of some love affair. Got it? So what does that human being do? Jnanam naranam adhigo vishesho. Knowledge is extra to human being. Jnane bihina. If you don't study a day, pashubhi samana, that day you are an animal. So think how many days you are a real human being, how many days you are an animal. Which animal you can decide. That option is based on your height, weight, 3 dimension, 2 dimension and all you can decide. That is why Vivekananda said, education is man-making. The greatest. So what is teacher's job? From an animal child, you make a human child. You understood? You are making an individual to a citizen. They are called human being, but they are not being human. Your job is to teach them what is being human. They are called social being, but they are not social. Make them social. Because as a child in a house, they get everything what they want, the mother, father. When they get into nursery, L kilogram, U kilogram, they start learning. Everything is to be shared. I have to grab something from somebody, I have to fight with somebody, I have to cry to get something. Otherwise they don't have. Before cry they get it, right? The child, as soon as they cry, stop crying. But when they come to this place, what do they learn? Everything is not that good. I have to be different. So what is your job? Your job is creating human being, creating social being, mentoring their mind. It's must. A station master minds the trains, and schoolmaster trains the minds. It is not maths, physics, chemistry. All that becomes useless if they don't know where to use it, when to use it, how to use it, why to use it. Good presence of mind, reasoning power, all these are must. But we are all paid by, who is paying? DPS management. Who is paying DPS management? Because of the student. Correct? So what are you doing? You are serving your children. So who are you? I am a servant. And who is your master? Your students. Some teachers behave as if you are the master and they are your servants. This change is there in you, in your thinking, you become the best. If I can make that to few people here, my Kuwait trip is successful. Yesterday I got a lot of WhatsApp messages from different schools. One of the best points they loved, sir, today when I went back to my class, my attitude changed. Now I am a servant to them. I found a lot of difference in my children. I think you can make a lot of difference. What do? You are a master. They start like this only. What do they do? As they enter in the KG section, they will say, you have KG or nursery? KG. Kindergarten. What do? How do you make your children keep quiet? Yeah, involved with them activities, how can they make you keep quiet? Yeah, that also to be learned. They have to be. They should learn both. If they don't learn this, in 10th class, when they write exam, many people fail because they don't have patience sitting in one place. The biggest problem today, most of the children, they are hyperactive, they don't sit, they don't listen, they don't attend. Got it? So there was one challenge to me, 350 kg children. Sir, you tell all this, can you make them to keep quiet? I said, yes, get me. That's it. The first child, as they enter, we'll say, take them and say, Beta, don't talk, you sit here. And the next one, don't talk to anybody. And what are you doing? And some teachers, after some time, 10 people are there, keep quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet. They are seeing somebody keeping quiet. They follow, correct? Yes or no? Very simple. I got the first child, I said, shh. The next fellow comes, they are seeing somebody sitting like this. You know what do they do? You don't have to tell. Other fellow will come. They will see whether like this. All of you tie your hands like this. First. Right? Ready? Done? Like this I said, right hand is in the front or left hand is in the front. Now you start changing it, right? Now your right hand was in the front. For some people left was in the front. Change it and try. Some uncomfort, right? Why this uncomfort? This is habit. No, I asked you to do it. But you did it like this. Nothing wrong. This is your habit. So where do you get this habit? School is a place where as soon as I can, I should what? Always no serious discussions at all. Can't you keep quiet for some time? As we were entering, the first on the step, the principal told, see, you heard the voice. This is not voice, I said noise. They are not different from KG children. Because this is what generally we say, right? That means KG children are people, they keep talking. They were talking from morning till evening, everywhere. You want 5 minutes? Assembly and all, very difficult sometimes. No? And for which you have got a physical education teacher. My son went to KG class, generally English teachers may speak good English, but physical education teacher, then sometimes he speaks, don't look here and there. My son got an instruction, don't look here and there. He closed his eyes and stood like this. The whole assembly was all, hey, go. Why are you saying that? Closed eyes, no, I stand with closed eyes, I stood like this. All other instructions he finished. Don't look backside. Backside. This is side. This is front. Where is backside? You have to turn the other side to see his back as your side. Don't worry. Math teachers, okay. Where is your hall? Numerator. Where is principal sitting? Denominator. Principal greater. I'm a mathematician. I tell you should have curiosity to learn. Then you will start learning. So what is the difference between a human being and an animal? Curious to learn. Today I learned this much. Every day is different option for me. Because I've got 40 children, they are seeing different world, let them. Karnataka election, why I am worried about Karnataka election? I am not from Karnataka. And same people will say when India also. I am not in India, no, I don't know. There was an MBA fellow we called. When I was in Hyderabad, I went for MBA Viva. So that happened to be on 25th January. So if I ask in English, you cannot answer, so I asked in Telugu. All the questions, MBA, no, Telugu only you can speak. Then I asked, what is speciality of tomorrow for India? Like this only you should ask. Sir, option, sir. So I asked, Ganatantra Dinama, Swatantra Dinama? Sir, Swatantra Dinam, sir. You also got MBA. Is it Ganatantra Dina or Swatantra Dina? Independent? Yeah, he said 26th January India got independence. Very good. What to be done? He has done BA, MBA, everything is done. Not required. What is Mahatma Gandhi's son's name? Dinesh. Why? That's how we learn. Gandhi, father of the nation. Correct? Because he by heart, Gandhi, father of the nation, Hadi, father of the nation. So, Mahatma Gandhi's son's name, the nation. What are we doing? How many of your children understand the real meaning of what is being told in the classrooms? KG, anyway, they don't understand. So we have to only make them to learn by heart. Then why are you doing this ding ding ding? They learn. That's what I'm saying, they learn. Don't take it for granted, they learn. But you know what will happen. And they also have lot of curiosity in the childhood. You ask a child to sit here, what is this, what is this, what is this, what is this? They keep on grabbing. And you know what do you teach? I asked one small boy, what's your name? No Pradeep. No Pradeep. No Pradeep. Mother told the same thing. Everybody told the same thing. Your teachers said, no. No. He thought his name itself is no. There are much worse. I asked somebody, what's your mother's name? Pandarakali. That's what they scold. See, what do you call is what people know. Children are very good, they understand everything. Correct? You ask people, how is life? How do you ask in Gujarati? Bangla?
কেমন আছো?
ভালো আছি। আমি বাংলা বলছি। Now Gujarati, how do you ask? কেম છો? What do you say? Majama. You ask Kerala people, how is life? They will ask, going on like this. I keep asking them, why are you going on like this? Why can't you stop here? This business of going on like this. Karnataka, nadita ide, jeragta ide, ippadiye. You know why? As the geography of India is, the happiness also goes thinner and thinner. There is one Lord today who was telling Tirupati and Shabarimala. Your madam got confused. So she was asking, the Tirupati is Shabarimala? I said, that is Tirumala, this is Shabarimala. There's no difference. Both are round. And you know, there is one God sitting, he is holding his legs and then sitting. Have you seen the statue? Ayyappa statue, you look at it. That's holding the hand, because all the Pathanamthitta people can pull legs, so he started holding it tight. Nobody can pull my leg. And go little down to south, God lie down, because and he increased full weight also. Smaller weight even if you like dim. So full length. Tell you, the geography has got lot of things with. See, you need your classroom. What are you doing? Now, India is very thin as you go here. Bangla is this side and Gujarat is this side. You tell all the geography, they will not learn. But to tell like this, East, West, South. Got it? Sujalam, Subhalam. What is Sujalam, Subhalam? When is the chocolate coming after this song? That's how we do, no? All the celebrations after that, chocolate. Everything ends in chocolate. No, what are you seeing when Sujalam, Subhalam? I'm seeing the teacher. I'm seeing the flag. You see YouTube also. Sujalam, Subhalam, only flag. And if it is produced from Kerala, Kerala will come from everything. Sujalam, Subhalam, also turned out. That's how the YouTube is made. I don't know, we don't understand how to visualize. Learning is visualization. The poet visualized something, wrote a poetry. And if I have told stars, stars should not be there. Star only should be there. You understood? And if I say Sujalam, what should I visualize? Lot of flowing, pure water in India. Subhalam, jackfruit in Kerala, mango in Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu pineapple, and Sandra in Maharashtra goes on top up to Kashmir apple. If you are not visualizing, I'm sure most of you must not have visualized it. If you are not visualizing, this song is useless. Malaya Shitalam, Sasya Shyamalam. Now you are able to visualize, right? Can't you do this? Otherwise, you know what will happen? Lata Mangeshkar wrote a song. No? I mean, her greatest, not wrote a song. She sang a song. Greatest one. And everybody stands up when that is. Vande Mara. Which Kokilam you are talking about? Where are you from?
Goa.
Goa. Goa people know that much. But Anglo and the rest is Indian.
मेरे वतन के लोग
somebody butter is there? No. Come here. Yeah, she's come here. Hello, all of them have to turn. They all have got spondylitis. Not now. Later it will come. Because they don't turn all the time, no? You know, you have spondylitis. You know why? In a younger age, I never turned. If I have to see that, I will turn like this. I never did this. Come here. Beautiful girl, pink. The pinky. The pink. Why pink for girls? Why pink for girls? What is it?
Summer it looks like.
No, pink represents ladies. Why? Pink, any artist here, ask them, they will explain. Pink is got from mixing white in red. Red represents danger. And white represents purity. So it is danger and pure. If becomes impure, most dangerous. That is why Amitabh Bachchan's movie Pink. Read my review. I am a movie reviewer. I am a movie journalist. Along with in Oman, Muscat 2010, the first international film festival. A person like Amitabh Bachchan never visited Oman in his life until 2010. Why? Because there is no film there. Nobody. Sanjay Dutt never visited. Amitabh Bachchan never visited. No, but he don't. It's all shooted. It's all shooted there only. He never travels for such small things. He comes now. Those days, 2010, the first visit was because no film. And 5 people went from India. Sanjay Dutt, Amitabh Bachchan first I should say, right? Amitabh Bachchan, Sanjay Dutt, Rasul Pukudi, Major Ravi, Dr. T.P. Shashwat. So, I have a lot of interest in movies. That's why I quote movie. Pink is, come here. If I say this, this is that point.
ऐ मेरे वतन के लोगों लहरा लो तिरंगा प्यारा, पर मत भूलो सीमा पर वीरों ने प्राण गवाए, कुछ याद उन्हें भी कर लो, कुछ याद उन्हें भी कर लो, जो लौट के घर ना आए, जो लौट के घर ना आए।
आंख में भर लो पानी. I've seen people singing आंख में भर लो पानी. You are smiling and what are you propagating? You understood? You understood everything. So whenever you sing, if you know the meaning, it becomes really beautiful. How many of your children understands what you are speaking in your classroom? Physics teacher resistant. What resistant? Okay? They don't. I'll tell you, 80% of the, not why 80, more than that. Ask your children to give the meaning. They will not understand. They presume this is the meaning. They also guess the meaning. Most of them don't know. What are we doing? From small grade to higher grade, we are making them to. You know what will happen? The same syllabus given for civil service. The best students we are not able to get sufficient IAS in India. There are 5,000 vacancies. Only IAS. If you take all the services, there can be more than 1 lakh vacancies. We are not able to get people with all the examination. 20,000 people apply. Only 5,000 takes exam. 5 lakhs people. 20 lakhs people apply. 5 lakhs people write exam. 15 lakhs people are fear of exam. They don't go to exam. Want to know the syllabus? 10th grade. They don't have knowledge. And when they write 5 lakhs, 4,80,000 people fail. Don't do this. Ask your children one day, make a difference. Let it be maths, English, physics, chemistry. Ask them to take one chapter, write down all the words which they don't understand. Then you will really know. Otherwise, they are finishing the syllabus. What are you doing? Finishing the syllabus, by which you are finishing the child itself. I've seen a lot of children who pass. Why I started coming to schools. When I was an executive director in engineering college, I was doing management there. I was going to different IIT, IIM, all the different places. I used to be in committee for selecting the students for getting a job. I thought they don't understand anything. So what is the root cause? Schools. So when I speak to 300 teachers, I am not talking to 300 teachers now. I am talking to 300 multiplied by 40 into 20 years minimum. Because once you become teacher, you can never get any other job. It's guaranteed. Most relaxing job, 150, 160, 180, maximum less than 50% days holidays. Which job has got this? Most of your husbands may be working in some other job, right? At least here, whatever you are doing, put some more heart. And heart is more required, attitude is more required, love is required, passion is required, interest is required. That is why ladies come for this profession. There is no other profession in which ladies dominate, because you can give heart. Head is not required. You don't require a lot of knowledge. What is that requirement? Heart. Learn, teach from heart. Don't tell them don't by heart. Ask them to learn by heart. And what is the problem for children? They give their heart to boyfriend, girlfriend. Their heart itself is not there. They don't have interest. Ask them. I went to most of the engineering colleges and asked them, what do you want to be? Sir, why are you trying to make them something? I don't want to become anything in my life. What do you do? Most of the children, they don't want. That's why I started a program called IAS. What is IAS? Not Indian Administrative Service. Inspire, Aspire, Success. Inspire, Aspire, Success. And there are a lot of people who want to aspire. I will become astronaut. Many people will ask me, sir, I want to become a space scientist. Why? I want to know about space. I a stupid fellow, you are coming to Sharavana Bhavan asking for chicken biryani. Space people doesn't know anything about space. It is astronomy department. You should go to different shop, not here. Astronomy, see, this is the knowledge which they have. Your children want to become something. They don't know what is that they want to become. Correct? Prashant sir told, I am a physics teacher because I loved my physics teacher. I did not become maths teacher because my maths teacher was horrible. No, he didn't tell that, but that is the essence. Essence is same, no? Yeah, essence is same. Why do somebody love that subject? Because they had, you'd send me if somebody doesn't, and what do? You say that I don't like history because I like only maths. Stupid, if you like maths, history is maths. History is only one line with 0 here, BC here, AD here. It's a number line for me. And for English teacher, if I am an English teacher, history is only English. A, B, C, D. That's it. AD and BC in between. So what is history? History is maths for me. History is English for me. So no subject is to be left out. You should love that subject and then start using it. Help me. Help me. What is this? 1 feet, 1 feet, 1 feet, 4 feet, right? So what's the perimeter for this? You can buy and then hammer it and then you can make hole if it is a Chinese scale. You can flux it also. Don't buy Indian scale, It's very strong. Now this is 4 feet. How do you teach? A 4 times 4A is the perimeter of a square. Show this. Don't show. Ask them to make this. And now, that perimeter is more or this perimeter is more? No, right? So perimeter is more than 4A? No, the area is more than, correct? So how do I change the area without changing perimeter? Perimeter is 4A, but area changed. Does it go? No. Then what do I do? Again change it, make it ellipse. Now it will. Right? Yes? Got it? So same perimeter, I can change the area. Now, why did I call geography teacher here? Earth is a sphere? Not a sphere. Because I can remove this and then put an axis here, and not just leave it. That's what time I want to do. So do this, and then rotate. Once it rotates like this, you take a thread, rotate it like this, first circle, but after circle you go like this. Because this principle says the trajectory motion will come for anything which goes, and there is a tangential force which goes, tangential force here, it pulls it down. And here, if it pulls here, perimeter is it. So just to push here. So that is why Earth has got flattened poles. Do you appreciate? Is it geography or physics or maths? It's integrated. What is inside all this? Logic. So what is learning? Learning is logic. And if you have logic, your English is beautiful. If you don't have logic, you will learn, I take, I am taking, I have taken, I have been taking, I took, I was taking, I have taken, I have been taking, I shall take, I shall be taking, I shall have taken, I shall be taking, but you don't know where to use what. And therefore you will make grammatical mistakes. Past tense becomes future, future becomes correct, you know. So what is learning? Logic. So what you are teaching? You are teaching maths, physics, chemistry, but you are not teaching behind this. There is a subject of logical reasoning. And that is where 4,80,000 people are failing. Not in maths, physics, chemistry. Syllabus is same, but same syllabus is not asked. What is behind this is what is asked. Don't you think there has to be a paradigm shift change? Yeah, now there is a break, madam says, break. But we will come back and accelerate more only if you make notes. All that what you learned is not important. Behind this, what is my logic? What is your takeaway? What difference it is going to make in you? What change you are going to do in your classrooms because of this? Write down at least 5 points. When I come back, I need that. Ready? Louder! Not enough? Not at all enough? So,
Teachers will meet at 11:15 sharp.